All right, so we've got Azalea here. We're not seeing anything that we can immediately send to my opponents for sort of help, basically, to help our game. We don't really have a combo piece either. This is okay, but I might rather stick this in there. So I'll have to Kano first to see what we can do. This gives 3 damage over what Sonic Boom does. I'm actually thinking about shooting this, but I don't know if I want to give him the opportunity. So it'd be like Sonic Boom. I can shoot this here as well. I'm actually considering shooting it, but I might see if there's other options via this tome here. The only reason is this is an option. After I can get my action point back. Scalding Rain. So if I go Kano, I can still send this for damage. No, we don't want to banish that. It's 3 damage, but it still allows him to mulligan to give me an Arsenal hate, so I'm just going to do this instead. We'll go Arsenal there. It wasn't impactful enough because the Arsenal hate can come in quite well. As long as he doesn't disrupt, I think I'm going to just take it. Maybe. So, Reed comes in. Put it on the bottom, which is pretty nice. This is a double block. Now he's gonna knock. So he may have. So he just wants to do damage, which is fine. 10 and I can get back 5 and then put pressure when he doesn't have a arsenal. I mean, he'll have it back within this arrow. So this is 20. And he's banking on the fact that Spellfray is helping him out. That's ridiculous. I guess he really didn't have much of a choice, did he? So let's just go with, first off, let's do this. We can see Reverberate. We can still Kano with 1 floating. 1 floating, Crucible, 2 floating off of this, if he cares. Sending Foresight. This may change my decision here. This is really nice to have 3 blues with it. So send this out for 2. Banish, play that. Because I just saw 3 off the top. I forgot to do that. Sorry. If he gives me 2, I'm happy. Because I can either lessen off the top or I can see what's off here as well. So now I can go like that. And I can see what's going to be coming. I know the top 3 is going to be there. So he's going to give me a card and I can see the top 3 that I've already seen before. Ooh, that's really good. This would have been a really bad lesson in Lion Lava type of combo here. Thinking on this one for sure. Lesson, blue, blue. If I do Wildfire, I know this is going to be there. So I can either bottom these 2 and hope for a blue and then a blue on top. Then I can go with lesson here or the lesson line, the normal lesson combo. Or I can go with the flare line with banishing this here, getting a blue on the top by over pitching, having 2 floats. I have a blue there. I have 5 resources. So 1 and 1 is here and here. Banish 2 floats. Get these both banished with the blue on top. And then so there's 6 resources. This usually takes 5. So we got thinking. So I think we need to bottom these both here because this will go down to only 1 pump. Because this is 4, 5, and 6 out of the 6 that we'll have. So at least need to bottom this. And then I think we need to bottom the lesson. Bottoming the lesson allows us to potentially gain a blue off the top. He doesn't know what I have in my arsenal as well. Okay, so we got a blue here. And then whatever he sends typically isn't death because they can do about half of my life. Just to break this would be great. We could have also waited and did the flare into lesson line to gain more damage, basically. So banish lesson, play out the flare, or basically play out the lesson automatically, and then search the spindle. But I think there's just not enough resources. I'd have to have the spindle on the top. So maybe I could have just kind of prepared for my own turn and just take whatever he gives me, or at least just block with the original lesson, the first lesson, or that would be in my hand, and then do flare into lesson and then still do a massive amount of damage because the life threshold isn't crazy right now. So we have a lesson. So it's a good thing that we set up for this because he's got a lace and he doesn't have anything floating. So he's banking on this. So if I get a blue, then I can kill. But that's the only way that I can kill is a blue because that goes up to 38 and this subtracts it by 5. So we have to go here, 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 and then so we have a red now. Probably make it to where this is the line now and then see what else is going to be flipped for the blind flow. So we have to let everything go. So if you go flare into whatever, typically that would be okay. But now this is not going to get but 1 pump. So this will drop it down to 26 instead, the line. And so out of 38, it drops it to 26, which then drops it down to 21, and he'll be at 11, which is not great. Thinking. So this is coming in for 3, 3, and 3. So that's 9. Of that, that's 14. So basically, I'm going to be taking half, like I mentioned. I think I need to go with the flare line. However, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay for everything because this is not a blue. So if I take them to 11, or I can take a higher line, maybe less, and it's not the right points. So we're back to where we were, where we can probably have the same thing as well. Because this is coming in for 4, this is coming in for, we're even in the worst position as well. Actually, no, this would just still be the 1 pump. So this is coming in for, it'll be a little higher life total as well. We got to go here and not even pump. So 5 comes down to 4. Which is then if we had this to be a 0 cost, then we'd be okay, but maybe not. So we're dropping them down more than what we would have had if we had a red, because we had a red on top. So I think that's better. I think we did the better play. So this is dominated. We were kind of forced in that position. So I'm glad that I did not play for my own turn and play now. He still has these up, which is annoying. We can end up blocking a little bit, but we still can use this for our own turn. We were so close. One card away from getting the tome. So we have, see, these don't do anything anymore because that's what happens with base. So infecting shots, plus this is coming in for 8 now. Trying to see what's off the top. I think that's our last one, yeah. So they got really lucky to see if they can dominate anything off the top. Really lucky to see all 3 within by turn 3. Snaps plus bullseye is still a thing. Probably block a little bit here. Now it's coming for 11, which is lethal. So this is Ponder plus the infecting shot. So this is going to be probably better because they don't have a Ponder. So this is coming for 11, so I'd have to block my entire hand. This denies Ponder and Blood Rot. So if I block 9 here, I have to draw into a blue for both of them. Or at least one of them, and then it doesn't really do anything. Plus he gets a Ponder, meaning an Arsenal, and a free look on Skull Bone. And we just found out that Read the Glide Path is gone, so I'm willing to just give my entire hand here. So this really does help out with blind Azaleas, but we're kind of unfortunate here. I'm glad that we did, because now we would be just using this and not really have anything. So we had a full case of blues. We're going to be running into it's 7 plus a red plus another blue plus another red. We should be good on our we need to be due some really heavy hitters here. So he has Spire Sniping, which allows him to opt now technically to see what the first 2 cards are. So we played it well to prevent this here. But now he knows kind of like a dominate for this entire turn. We got red in the ledger. So he now needs to do this, snappies, bulls. So now we're just having 5. This is 6. So these don't do anything. And this can prevent something that comes like actually whenever they're my next turn, basically. So this isn't active now, so if I take this, this won't do anything, basically. So most of the lists for Azalea don't play that many blues. Actually, let me think about this for a second here. I'm going to pass to reactions, actually. See if he gives it go again. He does not give it go again. We're due, definitely, for something. If we have anything that we can do on our own turn, is be given this potion, because we're seeing a lot of blues here. Send this for 4. He actually takes a little bit of damage here. I'm actually probably keen on shooting this, but without the Crucible. This would still give me a free thingamajig. That is unfortunate. So this allows us to give us a 2 cost as well. Just what we need, baby. This comes in for free and this is a 2 cost. Yeah, that's what I figured. He has a red and then that would kill him. GG's. Oh, we played that really well. Holy hell. That was definitely some tempo 101. That was nice. I think the combo turn is probably what we needed to analyze to be slightly better. But I think we deduced from locking out on the reset turn was really good, but then the Spire Sniping came in. Going when we need to is really like key on knowing when to go for Azalea. Because it was a dominated inertia or arsenal disruption. So we needed to go then. So setting up for our turn as well as the combo turn is probably something I can think about next turn. Next time is like, can I play this hand on my turn effectively? Because it was just 3 blues plus a lesson, which is okay. It's not the most impactful, but I think we played it really well. Thanks for watching, guys. That's the Azalea matchup. She's getting popular, I tell you what.